Gents, I just want to pause the episode for a moment to let you know about the Strong Men of Value Academy. You will have heard me refer to it a number of times, and I want to bring more attention to it. So this isn't just a program, it's a life-changing environment and community of men who are focused on personal and professional growth. We're looking at areas of relationships, wealth, and health, things to help you thrive and maximize your life. Imagine having bi-monthly one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, weekly group coaching calls, and an incredible brotherhood of high achievers by your side. Now we're diving into resilience, leadership, and holistic growth to not just succeed in your career, but to thrive in your health and your relationships. Your journey to greatness, it starts here. So join the movement and you can apply for the Strong Men of Value Academy. You can head to themanthatcanproject.com to find out more.
You're listening to The Man That Can Project with Lachlan Stuart, a global movement created to empower men and open up what's really going through their minds by having real and raw conversations about life's unique challenges and our individual ways of processing it all. Welcome to The Man That Can Project.
All right, gents, welcome back. We got another episode, and today, what is it, Thursday? I know I was getting through a period of time where I was dropping daily episodes, which was really exciting and fun, and getting a lot of great feedback for you, from you, gents. And it was just an enjoyable process. Unfortunately, fortunately, however you want to look at it at the moment, I've got a new staff member starting. I have two new programs launching, really, the Strong Men of Value and the Foundations Workshop, which is in October, which I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about and seen a lot about on the socials, or you can head over to themanthatcanproject.com to find out more. But yeah, it's been a fun and very exciting time, and I know within probably the next 2 weeks, things will be back to a bit more of a steady pace, a bit more normality, and I'll be able to continue delivering more episodes. But I've still committed to releasing 3 episodes a week, which is always the standard, between 2 and 3. But it was fun just giving my daily thoughts as well. So thank you guys for tuning in and constantly sharing it and getting engaged. One thing, and this is probably just a bit of food for thought for you gents who are listening. For me, it's really interesting, right? I love community environments just in terms of, getting the opportunity to hear people's perspectives. So like you guys listening in, I love to learn the way people see the world and also how people would generally approach or overcome challenges. And one thing that I personally believe is well underutilized, right? We have the Facebook group, the Man That Can Project Facebook group, but also, have all the social channels, and I'm sure you guys all have social channels as well. And what I notice is that people, blokes especially, women tend to be really engaged and always creating and continuing the conversation on. But men sort of sit back and we internalize things. And I know a lot of you guys take a lot of things away from it, because whenever I hear from you guys sharing what you've learned, or posts that resonate with you, or podcast episodes that resonate with you, it's awesome. But what I encourage you guys, and here's a sort of challenge. When you read something that you enjoy, and whether it's my work or not, it doesn't matter, start engaging more. The reason I encourage you guys to engage, and the reason why I engage with people, is because it starts creating conversation. Right? And it's really interesting to understand other people's perspective. And I know obviously in the Facebook group, there's a lot of great conversations, which is awesome. But I think I'd love to personally get more people to think about, just how much having progressive conversation on, Instagram threads or sharing podcasts can create change, and you can all be a part of that ripple effect. So I know it takes a little bit more time and effort, but I believe if you get value from things, or if there's questions asked where you would love to have an input, take the time to do so, because not only does it add value to other people on the thread, but it also adds value to you, because you may get to voice an opinion, get to learn more, or impact someone else in a positive way. So food for thought. I hope it's something you guys want to get more invested in. But let's talk about it. Let's do it. It is 3 tips to creating work-life balance. COVID-19 has been phenomenal for so many people around putting into perspective what is important to them. I know for me, it made me realize how busy I was. And when I say busy, to me, it was doing things that I didn't necessarily need to do or didn't move me towards or closer to where I wanted to get to. So, I could easily have been working 12 plus hour days doing things that, needed to be done, but also had I left them 1 or 2 days, probably didn't need to be done. And there's probably a few of you gents there sitting there going, yeah, can definitely relate to that. So, and I've also had conversations with multiple people who realize, their life was out of balance. And before I sort of dive into this pre-frame, you're always going to have periods in your life where there's a different version of what work-life balance looks like, right? For me, with business growth and business goals, I'm having a 90-day sprint, so obviously it'll be more focused to business, but after that I'm going to focus more on life and enjoying things and finding that balance again, recalibrating, right? So don't think that it's going to be a one decision and that's it for life. Modify it around what you need and what's happening and what the goals are. But in terms of creating that work-life balance, right, many of us are struggling with it. I know that for a fact. I know I have for a long time, but it's all really been probably, I reckon, over the last 2 years that I've, really grown to understand the importance of work-life balance, right? I've spoken and coached many men who are successful in some way, shape or form, but the, other things are often lacking. And, you get to a point where it's like, well, is it the life that I've set up for myself really worth what it's giving me? I'm missing out on time with my friends. I'm missing out on just living. Right? So it's a question a lot of men are asking themselves. I know that. And you may be even asking yourself that. Like, is this all that life's meant to be? So I want to give you a few quick tips that I've utilized and I've implemented over the past couple of years to really help. And once again, guys, I'm not a fucking saint with this. I'm working on it, but these have been things that have really helped me make some incredible and noticeable changes just in how I feel, how much I enjoy my quality of life, and also the results that I'm getting, right? Things are going really fucking well in all aspects. So, and I'm not saying it's always like that, but that's where it's at right now. So, first tip, and I generally do this at the start of every year or just, around November, December for the next 12 months coming ahead, but map out all of your long weekends, holidays, and your non-negotiable activities, right? So you may have hobbies that you enjoy doing. You may want to go hiking once a month. You may want to go surfing once a month. Whatever it is, map that out on a calendar. So I head to Officeworks and grab myself a big whiteboard calendar, the yearly planner. I'm just looking at what it's called. And I'll put all of that stuff in. I'll obviously check public holidays and have a chat with the missus. And obviously I would recommend for you guys to chat to people who obviously are important in your life, and you may have to cross-check things, but then put it in, because then you get to start building your life backwards, right? You get to have those non-negotiables so you know where they are. You might have a holiday every quarter. You might have a long weekend every couple of months, which is what I do. You may have certain hobbies you want to do every couple of weekends. Book that in. And if you can pay for some of those things, pay for them, right? So it's a non-negotiable now. Then obviously after that, you've got to put your work in there. That takes up a fair chunk of time. But also, you want to build that balance that you're looking for. If you were a business owner, okay, you might put in certain periods of time where you're gonna take your foot off the accelerator, or you might have certain chunks of time where you're really going to put your foot down on the accelerator. Okay, so know that those things are happening, because as you're built in the lead up to it, you can have the conversations with the people that you need to let them know what's happening. Right, to get their buy-in and to support you with that, whatever phase you're about to go in. Right, so definitely map out all those long weekends, holidays, and non-negotiables, and put them in your calendars, gents. Do it. If you've, not done it, or if you've got plans, do it right now. Like, take some time, come back to this episode later, but just make sure you put it in your calendar. I guarantee you guys will come back and thank me later on. Second tip, boom, is say no to things you don't enjoy. Stop being a yes man. Stop feeling like you're going to offend people. And once again, it's easier said than done, but work on it. If you can get this right, 70, 80% of the time, you're going to start freeing up more time for yourself, and you're going to have time to do the things that are important to you. Or you might just save energy for yourself, emotional energy, so that when you get home, you can direct the energy where it needs to go, whether it's to your partner, your children, or just to friends, or even to yourself. Right, so really work on saying no to things that you don't enjoy. So how you can obviously work out what those things are that you don't enjoy, I would, being honest with you, I'd say you guys have a fair understanding of what that is, but maybe you want to spend some time to write down, what are the things that I'm currently doing in my life that I don't enjoy, and what are the things that I'm currently doing in my life that I do enjoy, and start making time to do more of the good things, less of the bad things. Simple. Sounds very, very simple, but good luck with that one, gents. And the third one, set solid fucking boundaries around your work hours and don't take work home. Once again, those boundaries are different for all of us. For me personally, once a month I'll have a late night at work. That's what I've set for myself, and I'm okay with that. During COVID, that also changed, but I adapt as I go, but I set the boundaries and I enforce them. I understand how many hours I want to work, and I'm intentional with the time, and obviously getting the things done that I need to get done. But I also make sure that when I switch off, I switch off. And once again, I'll be completely transparent. I'm not perfect, but I aim for about 80% of the time. I'm doing pretty well. And I notice that I feel more excited for work because, I haven't had it stressing me and making me miss out on other things in my life that I want. So when I get back in the office, or when I'm with clients, or preparing for workshops, I'm fucking pumped. Right? So you might know other aspects of your life that you can do that. So set solid boundaries around your work hours and don't take work home with you when possible. And obviously, I would say 3-4 times a month is optimum for taking things home if you need to. So those 3 steps, gents, in a few areas. And once again, it's all trial and error in terms of this, like what works for you may not work for the other person, right? And vice versa. But just try these things and see what's going to work for you and what's going to create that systemic change and really help you work on that work-life balance that you want and I believe you deserve. So 3 tips, once again, map out all the long weekends, holidays, non-negotiable activities and put them in your calendar. 2, say no to the things you don't enjoy. And 3, set solid boundaries around your work hours and don't take work home. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. As I said at the start engaging in the threads, in the comments, and let's have conversations, because conversations have a gigantic, is the word, ripple effect, not only for yourself, but people in your life. And it also throws and educates you to a higher level so that you can continue that ripple effect on. So thank you, gents, for listening. If you got value from this, please share it with someone. Even if you want to take the time to share it on your socials, would mean a heap. Have a great evening, or whatever time it is that you're listening to this, and we'll chat to you shortly. Thank you for listening to the Man That Can Project podcast. My name is Lachlan Stuart, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. If you did, please take a moment to rate and review the Man That Can Project on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with our newest episodes. We'll see you again next time.